It was very interesting tasting Sauvignon and very interesting tasting with Tom. I enjoyed tasting Sauvignon. It's a very important class for us locally. It's the biggest selling variety, so I think it's very important that it gets attention. It can be seen as a one-trick pony, so there's a lot of detail in there, but there's also a lot of wines that are quite similar. And that is where it was really interesting tasting with Tom and his views. Obviously spends a lot of time in the New Zealand industry as well. And I think we as locals, especially some of the winemakers, we've almost tried to make the wine less varietally pure. You're looking for less acidity, more plushness, sometimes less of the herbal elements, trying to almost make it more into a Chenin style to appeal to a broader market. And he was like kind of scoring those wines down. He was scoring the wines up that were showing freshness and high acid and that kind of leafy herbal element. So that was it's a good reminder, and just constantly said what the true varietal character is. So that was really interesting. He's also a very technical taster. He's a very, very sharp from a technical point of view. So that was quite fun to see how he approaches it in his methodology. But yeah, it's difficult. I do think we have our own style and our own preference. Yes, I did think he did it very objectively, but you could see there was definitely a different. Even amongst the local judges, there's different preferences. So it's not a perfect science. So that's why there's more than one person on the panel, and that's also why the internationals play such a big role, is to guide us and just kind of remind us what is happening in the rest of the world, which we sometimes don't see and forget about. I do see it increasing, yes, and the diversity becoming more diverse. It's challenging. We're a young wine drinking culture. We like Sauvignon Blanc and Merlot, so for somebody to pick a Verdelho or a Grenache Blanc or Grenache Noir or Nero d'Avola is always going to be a little bit more challenging. You're always appealing to a much smaller category, but you need that. You need that differentiation. You need those options if we want to grow our wine drinking culture. So I think they play a very important role. It's going to take some time for them to become commercially as viable as something like Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot. But I do think they fit climatically, they fit very well. A lot of the Spanish varieties and the varieties from the Rhone suit here a lot better. They keep a lot more natural acidity. They ripen a little bit slower than the Bordeaux varieties do. So yes, they play a really important role in the future. Things like Cinsault we've been making for a long time, so there's a lot of expectation on that. And it's interesting to now see the new plantings, because most of the interesting wines are made from old vines. So kind of the next generation of those varieties and plantings coming in should be really interesting to watch. Grenache specifically. Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to see. It's difficult to judge because you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe 4. So you don't necessarily have a broad base of comparison, which sometimes makes it a little bit more challenging to find the gems. But I do think it's a growing class and a various styles of wine that will just add color and texture to our wine drinking experience.